Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
6 years and counting since the Programmatic Agreement was first signed by officials from Guam and the U.S. military. Stakeholders discussed the agreement's progress at an annual meeting Thursday morning. One of the biggest accomplishments of the Programmatic Agreement is that it has led to a $12 million appropriation for the Guam Cultural Repository.
The appropriated funds to construct this facility are now authorized under the 2017 National Defense Authorization Act.
Marine Corps Activity Guam spokesperson Major Tim Patrick said other accomplishments include a database for cultural resources, the successful nominations of 5 Guam historic properties, updates to the Guam State Historic Preservation Plan, and more. But the topic that garnered the most interest was a proposed repository, which will house hundreds of boxes of artifacts that Marine Corps Activity Guam Environmental Director Al Borja said are currently housed with the National Park Service.
So they have a federally compliant curation facility, and we're working with them to ultimately get all of our artifacts into their facility so that we can meet federal standards. So the only restriction on their storage is that human remains cannot be stored at their facility because of their own internal rules.
Vice Speaker Therese Terlahi was critical of the military's efforts, raising concerns that the $12 million for the repository may not be enough, considering the labor shortage and inflation since 2012. She also questioned whether the military has fully complied with the PA, given its failure to fund a complete museum complex that would display artifacts for the public's benefit. In addition, she questioned why historic properties in Finnegodson and North Westfield will be disturbed by military activity when they were eligible for the National Register, and raised concerns about the proposed firing range at Retidian that was not contemplated in the current PA. Governor Eddie Calvo also raised concerns about the PA earlier this month, citing rampant H-2B visa denials. Joint Region Marianas spokesperson Lieutenant Tim Gorman.
We've heard his concerns. We have relayed them to the highest chain in the Department of Defense. I understand that he's in D.C. right now. He met with the Deputy Secretary of Defense today, I believe. And all we can do at this point is relay his concerns to higher authority.
The one-day meeting ended this afternoon. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.